bung, bung. ClayMcMathComedy.com for all my tour dates, for all your podcast merch, for all your Clay McMath needs. ClayMcMathComedy.com, ClayMcMath comedy.com. Buy tickets to shows, buy some merch, support the show. ClayMcMathComedy.com. Welcome to the Poddy is obviously brought to you by Bung Bung Coffee. And you know, it's grand final weekend. Well, actually, it just has been, and congratulations on the winner of that game. It was such a good game. Well played by both sides, I'm sure. And many of you would have been betting, trying to have a punt, trying to win some money. And let me tell you this, Bung Bung Coffee will increase your betting game, subsequently increasing your income. Now, if you want more income and you want to be better at betting, you drink Bung Bung Coffee. And you can go to bungbungcoffee.com to get this Bung Bung Coffee, this sweet, sweet nectar, this investment in your lifestyle. bungbungcoffee.com, enter promo code PODDY, Poddy, just like the Neale, and you'll get 15% off all orders. That's 15% off all orders if you enter promo code PODDY at checkout. And that's at bungbungcoffee.com. And of course, if you drink Bung Bung Coffee, you will not be better at gambling. Let's start the show.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is welcome to the party.
Welcome to the Poddy, bung bung. It's your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman. Cause I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Lachie Neale of podcasting. And I'm here today with the Joel Embiid of sound engineers.
What's up?
Because we don't deserve anything we get.
None of it.
Did you watch the Brownlow this week?
I watched most of it.
And Lachie Neale's just getting votes. Just
because he rocked up on the day.
Just
apparently. Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch it, so it's hard to commentate on this, but
it was pretty exciting towards the end.
There was some tweets coming out about like Lachie Neale 3 votes for 21 touches, and Nick Dacos had 41 touches and 2 goals and didn't get a vote. Charlie Cameron had 7 goals, didn't get a vote.
Yeah, saw heaps of tweets along those lines.
Yeah.
Wasn't very popular with the X's out there.
Yeah, I don't really understand how that works though. And people are like, oh, you're casual fans, but at the end of the day, 41 touches. 7 goals is 7 goals.
Yeah, it's a pretty big imprint on the game.
Yeah. To do more than that with 21 touches is unlikely.
Yeah, and I think that's why Lachie Neale wasn't he wasn't in like the top 3 or 5, was he? Betting wise, did you have a crack?
I did have a crack, and I had obviously no luck. I didn't have Lachie Neale in there. I went a top 3 multi with 4 legs.
Okay.
So I had Dacos, Petrarca, Butters, and Bont, and obviously that top 3 was effed just as soon as Lachie Neale got in there.
Yeah. No, I didn't think he had a chance going into the night, but yeah, there you go. Got it done.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah, well, at least he didn't win it just because he was a black guy.
Has that ever happened?
Yeah, this year in the MVP race in the NBA.
Oh, okay. I was going to say in the AFL, I don't think that's
No, not in the AFL, but the NBA MVP was an absolute farce this year.
Absolute joke, dude.
Yeah. Jokic was just like so clearly the MVP. Anyway, let's not get back into that. We'll have an NBA episode towards the end of the month here. I've got absolutely nothing to break down this week. I've got a gig tomorrow night. We're recording on a Wednesday this week, which has got us both a bit out of sorts. But I've got a gig tomorrow night, so that would have happened by now. So thank you to anyone who bought tickets. Also got a gig at Rhino on Friday night, so thank you to anyone who comes out to that. I'm sure that'll be a full house as always. And then, watching the grand final. So congratulations to Bruzzy Maynard in your first. No, let's not jinx it. Not wood. Don't want to do that to anybody. I might even delete that from the episode. Yeah, so I've got nothing.
Oh my god, it's so big and strong.
Bung Bung Coffee. Big, strong flavour. Competition? I don't think so. bungbungcoffee.com. Get yours.
Comedy, action, or horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes? This segment is Clay's Reviews.
So this one here, I watched on Channel 7. Comes on right after The Voice. It's called Con Girl. Not to be confused with the banger of a thriller Gone Girl with Ben Affleck and Emily Rat-a-tat-tat-tat like that.
Emrata.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that. Yeah, I typed in Con Girl and the first thing that came up was Gone Girl. So
Yeah.
there you go. Even Google confuses it.
Yeah. So Con Girl is about this Australian con artist, and she has been pinned around the world for just these cons, but it's just for attention. It's not for like money. She's not stitching people up monetarily. No one like gets physically hurt. There's like a level of trauma to it because like you've been taken advantage of and you've put your trust into somebody. Like she pretended to, or I don't know if she pretended, she was an au pair, which is like a
nanny,
live-in nanny. Yeah. for numerous people. And it's like, then you find out this person's not who they say they are. And it's like, I've just been leaving my kid with a complete stranger. She would go to hospital a lot, presenting with like weird symptoms like of like having a stroke or other stuff. And like she told some girl that her parents were spies and that she was being chased by like people, and like she was teaching this person to like look over their shoulder, and like they'd go to cafes and she'd be like, how many exits are there? Who in here is the least trustworthy and the most trustworthy person? And like stuff like that. And for no reason. Like
this girl sounds so bored, dude.
Yeah. But it's just all psychopathology. Like she's got,
there's no like financial gain really.
No.
Or like she's not going to make bank off it. Might be a little bit here
no,
and there.
I think she like stole a credit card and got some accommodation in a hostel once. Like,
yeah, right.
It was all of her charges were always just like disturbing the peace or like public mischief and stuff like that. Or I think kidnapping at one stage. But yeah, she's just like this psycho, and she's always pretending to be like around 16 years old, but she's like 28. And like people are just like buying it. So like I'm saying the R word so much as I watch this to everyone that fell for her stuff, because like it's asinine to me that a 28-year-old girl could approach me and tell me she's 14 and I'm just buying it. Like that's half your age.
Yeah. She doesn't look it.
No, she looks like Darcy Moore, no offense. But like Darcy Moore, if Darcy Moore was a chick and looked exactly the way he looks right now, he'd be hotter than this chick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. But the girl that played her, because it's like a documentary.
Oh, right. One of those ones.
Yeah. It's a documentary with like then staged footage.
Yeah.
And she looks like Kate Hudson. So she was all right to look at. And by the way, she was really good because I don't know if she's the best actor in the world, but she was dead behind her eyes. And I definitely believe that she was a psycho as well.
Okay.
But this chick definitely had borderline personality disorder, factitious disorder, which used to be called Munchausen's disorder, like where you
heard Eminem rap about this one time.
Yeah, it's where you basically pretend you're ill when you're not for the attention.
Yeah.
And there's another one called Munchausen's by proxy where you pretend like your kid's sick, which has really negative effects on the kid as well.
Yeah,
But
that one's crazy.
So that's kind of what this girl was doing. She would be like being an au pair for these kids and then like making them present at like Headspace with, she'd put makeup on their face as bruises, and then they go to Headspace and say, I'm being abused. Like just weird stuff, man.
Sorry,
Super weird.
just backtracking here. So she's an Aussie chick and she's just going around the world doing this?
Yeah, but she would like tell people she's Swedish. She was hanging out with this American backpacker. Somehow and this was in Sydney. This is the one that she told her parents were spies and that she had people after her and stuff. So she's got this girl like protecting her because she told her she's 14. This chick's 18. So the girl's like immediately gone in protector mode. So she's following her everywhere, doing exactly what she says. And they end up in this shipping container in the backyard of some property, which was, I think, the girl's dad's property maybe or something. So weird. End up going to Canada together, and
the shipping container gets like transported to Canada.
No.
They catch a flight or something to Canada.
The girl says the American girl says my visa's about to expire. I've got to go. So she leaves, and the psycho chick, I think her name's Samantha Azzopardi, she tells her like, do exactly what I say. And so she goes and she does all this stuff and ends up in Canada, and Azzopardi goes and meets her there, and they're at like some hostel, and the backstory that she had for herself was that she was Swedish, and when you check into this hostel, you got to write down where you're from, and she writes Sweden, and then these two Swedes just happen to check in after, and they see this thing, and they go up and they say,
where are you from?
Yeah. In Swiss.
Yeah.
Or is that the language?
Swedish?
Yeah, Swiss would be Switzerland, which I still don't think is a language. Swiss.
That's a good question.
So they're talking Swedish to her, and then she's like, oh, I haven't talked Swedish in a long time or something. And then that was the moment that this American chick's like, what the fuck? Who is this chick? And so she gets out of there and never saw her again. But then from this hostel, Azzopardi just goes to like a hospital or like a battered women's shelter or something, and she just starts saying like, yeah, I'm from a cult. I was getting worded and physically assaulted and all, just all these lies, man, for no reason other than attention. Like there was like never financial gain in the picture. And the lies just kept getting bigger and bigger. It's like a drug, right? Because every time you've fallen somebody, you're getting like a high off of it. Mm-hmm. And you're just chasing that high, right? So the lies just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it was like super like fascinating psychologically. But, and this is a spoiler, she's not even in prison.
She get in any trouble for any of this stuff?
She's spent time before. I think she did 500 days, and then so she was in custody for kidnapping. So she was in custody for 500 days until her court date. And then at her court date, she got off for time served. Like, so she was done. And it's just like, this chick's, so she's still out there and she's clearly mentally ill. So she's doing it.
Yeah, someone's getting conned out there.
Yeah, so I understand the purpose of the documentary is more like, here's her face, don't get taken advantage of. But like it really sucked that because like you're rooting for her to go down, and she just doesn't. She's like Leo in Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
but not as charismatic because she's not as hot. Pretty wild.
Yeah, it sounds pretty wild. So was this a like one part doco or?
It was 4 parts over 2 nights.
2 nights. Yeah.
Yeah. So, 2 Sundays, and it didn't start till 8:45 p.m.
2 Sundays.
Yeah,
that sucks. Made you wait.
Yeah, and I'm going to work tired on Mondays because I couldn't look away. Could not look away. It was it had me. It was gripping, and I rated it. I was telling Rach the whole time we were watching, I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, but then the ending like sucked.
So now I got to hear what you gave it.
Well, I gave it a 7.
The best thing you've ever seen.
Yeah. And then
seven's pretty good.
The ending really pulled the rug out from under me. Like, I was just like, it was just so unsatisfying. It felt like a waste of time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, hate that.
Yeah.
Hate that.
So yeah, so it gets a 7. And also like it would have been better not to watch it with ads. The fact that, dude, Channel 7 has got some stuff to answer for here. They're putting this programming in for almost 2 hours on a Sunday evening. At least 1 hour and 10 minutes of it is ads.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Is crazy. And I can't even imagine how easy it was to put together this documentary because it probably is actually about 30 minutes all up. Every time they return from an ad break, there is about 15 seconds of what you've seen before the ad break.
Call back from the previous segment.
Unbelievable. It was infuriating.
What kind of ads are they running during something like that?
My Kitchen Rule, just Channel 7 ads really.
Yeah.
My Kitchen Rules
Staples.
and Curtis Stone's there cutting stuff for Coles and nothing interesting really.
Yeah, okay.
The Voice for next week. I think it's the
Yeah.
final next week, and Bo McCreary is not only going to be in the in the AFL Grand Final, but also in the Voice Grand Final.
Yeah, I think you're on something here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I actually don't. I didn't watch the last episode of The Voice, and I apologize. This could. I've intentionally not been discussing The Voice because this could be a Voice podcast because it is. Channel 7's doing something to me this year. Because I mean, I'm into the footy. I'm into The Voice. I'm into Con Girl. It's been unbelievable, and The Voice. I've already been over this. Now I'm the biggest fan of Rita Ora, Guy Sebastian, Jason Derulo, and Malboy.
This is so wild, dude.
It's nuts. It's my favorite TV show. I think
Far
it's the second best. It's the second best thing I've ever seen to Gone Girl. And Bo McCreary, shout out, jack of all trades.
Far out.
It's
Here we
crazy.
are.
I'm
Yeah.
sweating. I'm sweating just talking about this. But yeah, Con Girl 7 out of 10.
Okay.
It was your pick. No, it was my pick for a movie this week.
Yeah.
Don't want to accidentally put this one on
man.
you.
Good job. Good pick.
Yeah, so we watched Cocaine Bear. Highly marketed. I remember when it came out, like my whole Instagram feed was Cocaine Bear for about a week, I reckon.
I was hyped when you told me we were watching it because I've been meaning to watch this.
Yeah, I had people at work asking me, have you seen Cocaine Bear yet? Or have you seen this movie coming out, Cocaine Bear? Everyone's talking to me about it. I'm the movie guy. And never saw it. It looks a bit silly. It's not on the top of my list. And it finally came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it was on my, like the first thing it shows you.
New releases.
Yeah.
all that,
So I was just like, all right, well, this will be my pick this week. And my oh my, it was out there.
Yeah, I kind of went into it thinking like I'm going to get a more serious version of Sharknado, but nah, not really.
But was there a level of respect for it because it knew exactly what it was? Like, it wasn't trying to be special. It wasn't trying to be like serious.
Yeah, but when it was trying to be funny, it wasn't even funny.
The
It's
humor
listed
was-
as a horror comedy, but like the only time I laughed was when there were two kids doing cocaine. That was the funniest part of the whole movie.
That
to me.
was funny. That was funny. Another part where I laughed, which was they were not trying to do this. What's his name from Goodfellas?
Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. Why did he look exactly like Childish Gambino in Whiteface?
First of all, let's just rest in peace to Ray Liotta. But oh shit!
Can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fuck. Dude.
I kept laughing so hard. I couldn't stop, especially on the ledge of that cliff face. Like, I definitely saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My question is, was this Ray Liotta's last movie?
I hope not.
And my follow-up question is, if it was his last movie, what is that embarrassing? Or is it like, is it almost like,
I think it's just unfortunate. Like,
is it almost like poetic justice? Like, he got super famous from Goodfellas, where he was a mobster and like moving cocaine, right? And then he finishes up on Cocaine Bear.
Could be.
It's like another thing I laughed at, which wasn't quite in the script of the film, but
yeah, I think it was his last film.
that's so dope. I think I'm not sure. Could be depressing.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
The kid, the little blonde kid, the boy.
Yep. What's his name?
I don't know what his name is, but I know what he's from because I've got a son now. And we've been watching Pup Academy on Netflix Kids. And this kid is the main character in Pup Academy, apart from the dogs.
Christian Convery.
Yeah.
Little Henry.
Yeah, it was pretty dope to hear him do cuss words as well and also do coke.
Yeah, that scene was my favourite easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't really have much to say about this film, man.
Was there like a favourite bear attack of yours?
Maybe when it just chased down the ambulance.
I forgot about that.
That leap.
That was pretty funny.
That was pretty action.
Did they slow it down for the leap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Slow-mo.
nice.
Slow-mo bear in midair.
Yeah. See, now that's what you would expect, but it also is a strong choice and important that they did do it. I liked it when he climbed the tree and killed the guy from Modern Family.
I was about to say that one.
That was a good one.
The other thing I've got written down is, and this was a ridiculous scene, but when we all thought the bear was dead and then like the cloud of cocaine, dust fell over its face and it just came back to life.
That was another laugh out loud moment for me.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah, that was top three.
I'll also tell you my number one laugh out loud moment was when he killed Mitch from Modern Family and then did a line off his leg.
Yeah, I know what you mean about this film not really taking itself seriously at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like there was just way too much hype.
There was a lot of hype. They must have marketed it well. The
poster, you messaged me about that. And
fire.
Yeah, I agree.
One of the best in the game. I want someone to do a hip hop album with the exact same poster, and I'll listen to that album.
That'd be hard.
I kind of want to do my next Fringe poster like that.
Cocaine Clay.
Yeah. Oh shit! Right, I might have to write that down. Probably the most interesting thing that I took from this film was that it was based in very small part, in true events.
Yeah, break it down for me. What was actually true about what we watched?
The fact that the shipment was dumped in this national park in Tennessee and a guy didn't open his chute when he jumped out of the aeroplane.
So I wonder how true that scene actually was. Like whether he did knock himself out on the way out of the plane. Like who's ever going to know that?
Yeah, we don't know that. But the only question I had for that was like, how would he have been recognisable?
Falling from that distance.
Yeah. Don't you splat? Aren't we 90% water or something?
Something like that.
Aren't we just giant water balloons? Doesn't our skin just split and blood go everywhere when we get dropped from that height?
I think they said that his emergency chute opened, but that wasn't enough. So that probably softened the impact a bit, which may have kept him recognisable.
Because that was early in the film, I was digging into loud snacks, bro. Did you do snacks?
No, I didn't.
You're dropping the ball.
I had an ice cream. That was it.
What was it?
Some of that vanilla, some of that white.
Yeah, nice. I had serious popcorn, which is it's organic popcorn and it's got a bear on the front.
Nice.
And I had Haribo gummy bears as well. I like to go salty then sweet. I often do that. Often go like chips and chocolate or chips and ice cream. Regularly start with chips.
Yeah, safe. I like it.
But yeah, that was my snack, and hit it out of the park again. I'm killing it.
You're on a run, man. You're an absolute tear with this snack shit.
Yeah,
it's good.
What did you give it?
Look, I'm gonna. What I wrote down's generous, so I'm just gonna say what I actually feel. This movie was like barely a 3.
Okay. What did you write down?
4.
Yeah, I wrote down 4 and I'm going to stick with 4.
Okay.
It did make me laugh. O'Shea Jackson Jr.
I'm so disappointed.
Fattest he's ever been.
Fattest he's ever been,
I
and
reckon.
worst like film or show he's ever been in.
And the relationship between him and that white guy that like was his buddy in the movie, that was supposed to be funny, I think.
Nah, dude, I don't know. Just
That was trash.
yeah. I think as I told you before, mid was an overstatement for this shit.
What did you think about like the...
There's no character development.
Yeah,
like,
no.
None at all. This is just
What did you think
bear
about
kills.
What did you think
Stupid
about
bear kills.
the B storyline of the cop and he's like, he wanted a cool dog and he had a lame dog?
Oh, give me a break. This whole film just wastes my time.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it made me laugh. It made me laugh, and I respected it for like knowing what it was. So I give it a 4, but can be missed. Can be missed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I saw it though.
Oh, I'm glad I've seen it because now I'm not going to be hyped to
Yeah,
watch it anymore.
yeah.
It's done. Just leave it in the past.
Feeling tired? F that. Perk up and level up with Bung Bung Coffee's delicious modern dark roast, your favourite brewer's favourite brew. bungbungcoffee.com.
Yeah, we got some emails. This one's coming in from Helena. And when I saw that name, I swear we've had a Helena writing before. It might be the same one, but this is dramatic as, so I think it's got to have to be a different one. But anyway, so a significant other wants to be a sperm donor. I don't know how I feel about it. My partner and I have been together for 6 years and have 2 children, both unplanned. I don't even know if that's like, are you supposed to say that? Is that relevant?
No, you just keep that to yourself.
That's crazy. What if Helena's kids are listening to the show? I think they are. Most people are. He recently approached me to say he was considering becoming a sperm donor. And I get that because times are tough. And in America, I think you get paid for like, shooting loads, but I could be wrong. I don't know if this person's from America or Australia. He's filled out the initial forms, but has said he won't go any further with it if I don't support his decision. And the truth is, I don't really know how I feel about it. He wants me to be sure, as he doesn't want me to regret agreeing to it later down the road, or to not have done it if I end up realizing I wouldn't have minded it, which I completely understand. Or, of course, if we don't last and he's missed the opportunity to do it, although we're sure there's such a small chance of that being the case, it's still a possibility. Anyway, I know all about the positives of him becoming a sperm donor. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to help others become parents. I just don't know how I feel about him having, even if only biologically, other children, and our current children having half siblings. I do have anxiety, so I don't doubt that that's what's contributing to the worries. I really don't want to leave him waiting for an answer for weeks, months, or even years. I just don't know how to decide or how to feel about it. So any advice on being or refusing to be a sperm donor's partner would be appreciated. Until then, nothing is going to happen unless I give him the green light. I know the answer. I know the answer, and that's no. Because here's the difference between helping people be a family and whatever. There's a level of ego to it with men and spreading their seed or whatever. I don't care what anybody says. There's something in men with that, and it's so easy. 1, to be a sperm donor, and 2, to provide the sperm. That there is so much sperm out there already at sperm banks and whatever else. I don't believe that he's needed.
Yeah, it's almost like I don't know if he is, but you could see it as being like someone trying to be virtuous when really like it doesn't take much to do what he wants to do.
Like if it was roles reverse and he was writing in saying that this lady is like, I want to carry someone's baby. Like that's a huge thing. Like that's major. That's major to give your body to somebody as a surrogate is like, I can't imagine as a partner, let alone as a, do you say mother? I don't know, as a carrier, right? I can't imagine carrying a baby for 9 months because you already love it. I don't think you can talk yourself out of that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
And you have to just on the day
Just part with it. That's
give
it.
it like it's out of you, and the people are there, right? That they're taking the kid, so they take it out of you and they would put it straight on the other mum's chest, and you'd just be laying there with a broken vagina. Like that is different. If Rachel truly wanted to do that for somebody, I feel like even if I was uncomfortable with it to some degree, I don't feel that I could take that from her if that's something she wanted to do. You want to spray in a cup, cunt? Like, if you're uncomfortable with it, like, just tell him to like get over it. You know, you've got 2 kids. I can't for the life of me picture a man that's just like, all I've wanted to do my whole life is donate sperm. Like, you're a psycho, dude.
Yeah, when you put it that way, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Just use a tissue or something, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. I don't like it. It's so easy for guys to do that it's like there's so much access to it.
I wonder what the financial incentive is, though.
If any, because I think it might just be a US thing, even if it still is. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you are at all uncomfortable with it, tell him to sort of move on and buy a set of golf clubs or something and get interested in that, because that's you just don't like it's a different level of what did you say, like help someone have a family. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to help others become parents, and I do believe that, but I believe it probably more for the female, because it's so much harder. You're actually giving someone something, you know. You can donate sperm and be completely detached, never meet the kid. I think you can tick a box saying I don't want to be contacted. I'm pretty sure you're allowed. Like,
sounds about right.
I don't like it. I don't rate that, and I don't. And if you tick that box, I think that's really unfair for the kid as well. Even though they're getting raised by 2 people, maybe they don't ever want to meet you, but if they do, they should be able to. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
that's just me.
No, that's fair.
I can't tell if that's sexist or not. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're entitled to your opinion, man. I'm just pretty unopinionated on this subject.
Yeah.
Don't really have much to say.
Well, the next one's about kids as well. So, like I said, I knew this was going to become a parenting podcast. My baby won't take a bottle and isn't allowed at a wedding. And this one's from Peter with a A.
Yeah, like the
Lady Peter.
PETA.
Yeah.
Animal protection.
Yes. Yeah. One of my close friends is getting married in a week. When I found out, I asked if I could bring my baby along. I was pregnant at the time. She said no. My baby is just about 3 months old now and won't take a bottle. I've been trying for almost a month and even left her with my in-laws to see if she was not just taking it because I was there. The wedding is over an hour away and I'm feeling really anxious about either leaving the baby for that long or bringing it up that I might not be able to make it. I really love this friend and don't want to cause any drama, but also don't want my baby to go hungry while I'm gone. I'm not sure what to do. I've also asked a few more times if baby could come, and the answer has always been no. Again, answer has come straight to me, like I'm Clastradamus or something. You both have to respect each other in this circumstance. People don't want babies at their weddings. Guests, actually, if you're marrying your significant other and you've already got kids and you want your kid to be at the wedding, your guests don't even want your kid to be at the wedding. No one wants kids at the wedding, and that's a fact. You can look it up. You can fucking Google that. So, as a guest, no one wants your kid there. And brides, you know how brides are going to be. They're going to be all zillaed out. Bridezilla, there's a show about it on TV, I'm pretty sure. Bridezillas. No, you have to respect her decision not to have children at the wedding. She has to respect that your baby comes first. And if your baby's not taking a bottle and it needs its mum, that you might not be able to go to the wedding. And that's really all there is to it. I can't imagine a world in which you've got, let's say it's a big wedding, and this isn't even big in some circles of life, but let's say 100 people. I cannot imagine a situation where you even have the time to be mad that someone didn't show up on that day.
True.
Unless it's your dad, like.
Yeah.
And specifically, it's not like, oh no, I'm in Thailand that weekend. It's like my baby will not eat if I'm not there. I'm sure that's a forgivable situation.
See, I even thought being in Thailand was forgivable. Like, if you got that shit booked already.
Pre-booked, yeah. If it's pre-booked.
Yeah. If you go and book it after the invite, that's pretty wild.
And if you're a guy and you're going solo, that's pretty unforgivable too.
True.
But yeah, I just think you both just need to respect each other. What I would do is not ask again if you can bring your kid. Like, she's made a decision, you got to let her.
No exceptions.
Yeah, just let her rock. She's got to let you rock. No one can be mad. The kid has to come first, like, not a party, and that's all it is. And if you go with the kid, you're not even going to have fun. You'll be sitting down in the corner breastfeeding while everyone's dancing to shout or whatever. Yeah. And that was it. That's all the emails. So you guys know what it is. It's welcome to the party on everything. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Remember, if you tell a friend and show us that you've told a friend for the DMs or whatever, you automatically enter the monthly draw to win free Welcome to the Poddy merch. That's free Welcome to the Poddy merch. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bung bung.